Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Looking here at Solana, seeing what's going on. If I could ask you a quick favor, do me a solid and just hit the like button before we get started. You know you're going to like it if you start watching and learning, right? And if you've been watching and learning from the past, making tons of money, obviously contribute if you could, please. It helps me grow the YouTube algorithm because YouTube sucks really bad about promoting my channel for some unknown reason. But regardless of that fact, we're going to look at some key takeaways here, right? Is it worth taking along right now? We're at that $107 precipice of greatness or failure. Again, mainly because we have this potential bounce or pivot, but it could be invalidated here soon if the price comes any lower than 105. So we're going to double check a few key factors and just kind of make sure that we're on the right side of the tracks, right? So if you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. Hope you can learn something today. If you do want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech as a site, link down below. Very quick congrats to our community members, and well, thank you too also for just the awesome feedback and support you've been giving me here, mainly because I know I was sick over the weekend and everyone was like super supportive, so that's awesome. Dogecoin 64%, Reef 76%, Crowcoin 30%, Litecoin 41%, Dot 56%, Atom 47%. Those are all the profits we took yesterday. Very solid day there. Again, swing trades, folks. They come when you least expect it, but the whole point is to ensure that you do not get stopped out. I'll be excited to provide my results for February here soon, but for January, as you can see, we had one stop loss, and so far the same thing as well for February. One stop loss, maybe 20 plus successful swing trades. So good job there, fantastic stuff. Glad this is working out well for everyone. Let's look at the back end data here. So we are at the 7-day time frame. This is well, this is looking good and bad. I guess depends on how you look at it. We are close-ish to the 113 mark. We got a lot of liquidation at 113 to 115. Typical shorts accumulating at that just above that resistance level, right? Same thing here at $100 even. I think is very unlikely, but is still possible as a lower liquidation level. So to me, just based on this liquidation level, it seems a little bit more probable that that 113 to 115 range will be swept. But is that a reason to take it long? No, you don't just take a trade based on that one thing. We want to take a trade based on a lot of things, which is just an accumulation of awesome technical analysis. So let's take a quick look at TD sequential here on the daily and kind of see what's going on. Well, we don't really need to see too much. We just know that we came down to a 9 here previously, and we became overextended, and the price action coming up to a 2 leads us to believe we could see another 7 days, roughly a week's worth of continuation of the upside. Only reason I say that is because Solana is really good about hitting 9s and then reversing itself. Okay, so it's a very good momentous trade or coin rather that you can trade, feeling more comfortable in the longer picture, bigger picture swing trading scenarios. Right? I do not like day trading Solana. I like to swing trade it. Right? And again, right now it's exuding behavior that it wants to continue higher, but only because we're establishing higher highs and higher lows in larger time frames. That, again, is not incentive to take a trade. Let's take a look at some other factors and verify it. So take a look at our moving averages. While that pulls up, let's go ahead and double check our multiple indicators down below here. So we are over 50 on the RSI. I like this. This is nice. Money flow index is below the price action. Excuse me. Quite common on the daily time frame. And we can also see here, of course, stochastic swinging up. So these are some bullish signs here on the daily time frame. You keep in mind, a big surprise, pop quiz. How many coins are exuding bullish behavior on the daily time frame right now? A lot. All right. So again, that's why you don't just take a trade based on the macro. Macro looks good, but it's not necessarily everything. Because again, we are dropping below the 20-day SMA. So if we cannot close above the 20 today, then that would lead me to believe that we're in a situation that the price action is not really warranted in going up. It may go down. And the reason why I say that is because the 20-day SMA isn't like a strong resistance level. It's just a trend setter letting us know that we're on the right or the wrong side of the tracks. I'm being willing to believe or speculate that we are probably within or below the cloud at this point, based on us being below the 20-day SMA. Okay, again, 20-day SMA, good little trend setter there. So the truth here is that's kind of a slight invalidation. That kind of invalidates all the other bullish behavior we see. Does it mean that the price isn't going to go up? No, it just implies that we want to close above that here today. So closure at 108 or higher could be a bullish sign. Okay, looking at the 4-hour time frame, similar scenario here as well, in the sense that we're above all moving averages but below the 100. I don't care for the 100-day SMA. It's not my favorite, so we can just act like we're still bullish here. We are seeing a stochastic swing to the downside, implying downside is potential. We're testing 50 on the RSI here relatively soon, and money flow is pulling back. A lot of coins are doing the same thing here because Bitcoin dominance is increasing. Okay, Bitcoin dominance goes up. Coins like Solana, AVAX, VeChain, overly extended coins are pulling back right now. So does that mean you short into this because of that? No, it's just we haven't fully confirmed bearish behavior yet, but we are starting to. We're starting to lose our oscillator here on the MACD. 12's trying to intersect with a 26 downward. Hasn't happened yet, but it's looking like it might. So to me personally, these are more invalidations that are occurring in both directions, and that it just makes me less confident in wanting to take a trade with this coin. And again, you got to remember, folks, when you're looking at taking a trade, you're not trying to convince yourself to take a trade. You're not in a freaking strip mall trying to buy some new clothes. You're trying to convince yourself not to take a trade, okay? And in this case here, there's a lot more reasons to not take a trade because we have some invalidations that are conflicting with our bullish potential patterns, okay? And again, patterns are good things, but they don't always end up working out the way that we should. So just be careful trading only patterns. If you combine that with good TA, then those patterns can be more successful. Having said that, let's take the hourly here and look and confirm where we're at. So I was wrong. I can comfortably say that we're still above the cloud. Okay, so Solana being above the cloud here in this case is a tentatively bullish scenario. Okay, the thing that is incorrect about this, lagging spans intersect with the price action. Okay, this implies the price action is so far down that we are not getting confirmation that we want to take a trade. This basically implies you want to close your long position in profit. At least take majority of profit out, okay? So you took a long from 103, 102 to 107, and you held it out, and you didn't take profit up here, which you should have. You may want to consider doing so now. Okay, that's exactly why you get into a trade with a game plan. Every one of my trades include a stop loss, multiple profit targets, and even multiple entries, okay? And that's there because we need to know where we're going and where we're getting out at any given time. If you've been greedy to hold on to this coin to $200, then you're going to be probably SOL or holding for way too long and accruing way too many fees on a leverage trade. Okay, spot's different story altogether. Day trading, different story altogether. If you're day trading, you're probably in a short position right now. Okay, what I'm getting at here is that there's a lot of evidence here letting us know that this shift in momentum is occurring and that we shouldn't consider taking along with this coin and that a consideration for a short might be on the table here soon. And again, I want to emphasize the word might be on the table soon because we're not there yet, right? We're underneath this key level resistance here at about 109. We've talked about 109 and 107 being two strong support and resistance levels. We combine that with the Ichimoku cloud here confirming that we are shifting momentum and then, testing 50 in the RSI on the 4-hour. Those are not bullish signs that you take a long into. Those are risky signs you take a long into and you hope for the best and expect the worst. You should always hope the best and expect the worst, but on the same accord, you don't take a trade based on that, okay? You take a trade on good TA, and we've seen here so far, there's maybe like a 55% probability the price goes up and 45% that goes down. Is that really worth taking a trade into? Do you want to trade with low success? Go ahead, take a long. Let me know how that happens. That in conjunction with Bitcoin right there at 57,000, potentially going to pull back even though it's exuding a tremendous amount of bullish behavior, leads me to believe that Solana very well it will continue to bleed out, and you're statistically more probable to find success going down than up with this coin right now. Is that going to change in 12 hours? Yes. Is that going to change in 24 hours? Absolutely. That's why you got to stay on your toes and keep watching, folks. You can't just set it and forget it unless you do a solid analysis on a larger time frame to help you understand bigger picture moves and you have good risk tolerance. None of that matters if you're going to be taking a trade like this, just arbitrarily hoping for the best, okay? All right, so I hope I talked some sense into you. Well, maybe I talked some sense out of you too. That could happen as well, but the lack of better terms here is that we don't have full-on confirmation. I don't like to trade without it. So I hope that you learned something here. Do me a favor again, please like the video and make sure that you join the best exchange in the world. $5,500 in benefit rewards, use my link to register, mainly because they're KYC, no KYC or VPN, that's why I recommend them. So be sure to check them out, our community loves them. They've been fantastic to us. So thank you again, Bitunix, and thank you as well for the extended support over the years. You know who you are, deeply appreciate you. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.